And the bad news is this is still the mindset of the vast majority of humanity. And that's the best image that I could find to sum up what I think of the human mindset in the aggregate. It certainly doesn't apply to the people in this room, as I've said, but this is where Earth is at. The people of Earth are right there, firmly right there, okay? And they need to extricate themselves from that position. And otherwise, we're going to be coming down to the very serious consequences I'm going to be talking about. Manly P. Hall said that it is not the wrath of the Almighty, but the stupidity of man that is causing all the trouble. And if people are not familiar with this man's work, I mean, you need to become so, because he was absolutely a brilliant philosopher, an occultist, a de-occultist, as far as I'm concerned. And he has some of the best work that I've ever taken in that really helped to open up my mind and wake me up. This is the human condition, ladies and gentlemen. The human condition, whether anyone has recognized it or not, or accepted it or not, is slavery. And see, I'm not going to sugarcoat words. Never have, never will. I'm going to come out and say it just as it is in plain language, regardless of who likes it or not. The whole idea of true spirituality, the whole goal of true spirituality is the ending of the human condition called slavery. It's never been okay. It's not okay now. It never will be okay. It's completely immoral, and the people who continue to perform the actions that hold the human condition in this state or support and condone those actions are immoral people. And we are the people who need to reach out to those people that can be helped and change their mindset. That's what the great work is. People will say, well, there's many paths to freedom and spirituality. But I'll take umbrage with that statement. There are many paths that can get you to an understanding of what the solution is, but there's only one real, true solution. And this can sound dogmatic to people. It can even sound religious to people. And I try to explain to people in all my work, I'm not dogmatic, I'm not religious. To say something to the effect of, do you believe in natural law, or do you think it's some type of religious dogma, is as ridiculous as asking someone if they believe, if I hold an object up and then let it go, will it fall downward? There is no dogma or religious belief required for that. It's law in the universe. Well, behavior is also bound by law. This is the problem with the human ego, though. The human ego refuses to accept that behavior is bound by law. And we want to think we can do anything we want as long as we don't get caught. The only solution is the understanding of natural law and how we are inextricably forever bound by it. We have free will to choose our behavior, but we do not have free will to be insulated from the consequences of our choices in free will. Natural law is the most occulted information that needs to be understood by humanity, and there is very little progress in propagating a worldwide understanding of natural law to the body of humanity. That's what our work is, folks. That's what the work of the people in this room and the people who do understand this, listening out there on the internet, is. We have to become teachers of this information. I naively thought in my early days of doing this that there would be at least 1 million to 10 million teachers of natural law in the world by this point after doing this for a decade. And I can count them on 2 hands. The good ones, the ones who are doing it effectively. You know, it's not, our efforts are not enough. That's the thing that I want to convey to the people in this room and listening who do understand my work. The effort has to be advanced and stepped up. We need to become teachers of this information to everyone within earshot of our voices, or humanity is going to go down the path I'm going to talk about, which is going to be very, very, very ugly. Natural law is a set of universal, inherent, objective, non-man-made, eternal, and immutable conditions which govern the consequences of behaviors of beings with the capacity for understanding the difference between harmful and non-harmful behavior. That means it applies to intelligent beings who have a developed brain and nervous system like we do, okay? It doesn't apply to lesser beings, to the animal kingdom. They're not going to sit there and reason. We have the capacity for reason. They're instinctual creatures. They have emotions as well. But we have higher thought functions. That's why natural law applies to us. The behavioral laws of creation apply to humans and more advanced beings, because we have the capacity for understanding morality. A worldwide common sense understanding of true objective morality and the laws that govern behavioral consequence is the only true solution to the current human condition of slavery. For as long as humanity remains ignorant of the occulted knowledge of natural law, it will remain enslaved. And that is by law, by universal cosmic law. By no laws of man will remain enslaved. It will be enslaved by the laws of creation.